Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Mompreneur Life Podcast. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are not new here, hey girl, hey, thanks for coming back. Okay. So, in today's episode, we are talking about some mom boss habits you need to start. If you already started these habits, you know what I'm saying, you want it. But if you have not, I really feel like you need to start implementing these habits. So, as you know, before I actually get into the episode, I like to hit you with two things: a mom win and a mom struggle, because I know all moms have wins and struggles at times, especially when you're dealing with a toddler. I'm just saying. Okay. So, my mom win would have to be, first of all, staying consistent with YouTube. Okay. So, I have been like pushing out crazy amount of YouTube videos lately. So if you are listening to the podcast, like, go head over to the YouTube channel. As you know, it's in the show notes. Okay. And it's like I just been pushing it out. So if you're on the YouTube channel and you're looking at this, like, just go to, like, click my name and see the amount of videos I've been putting out lately. Look at the dates on them things. Okay. Your girl has been putting out content. Okay. And still managing freelance clients. Holla at me. Okay. But anyway, the struggle is, to be honest, juggling it all. Like, well, yes and no. Yes, it has been a struggle, but it hasn't been that bad. You know what I mean? Because I went back out to work. So implementing that has kind of like been a bit much. But I've been doing it. And I have not had like a mental breakdown this week. And it's Monday. All right, my bad. So let's get into these mom boss habits. Okay. First habit: set your goals and track your progress. So many times we set these goals in the beginning of the year, homegirl, and we don't even know if we are on track to reach those goals. And sometimes we even forget those goals. I'm just saying. So before I actually like get more into it, like, if I'm gonna probably try to edit this out as much as possible. But my son is taking a shower and it's like so loud, and then my other son is running around yelling. So I'm gonna try to edit that out as much as possible. But anyway, right? So you need to set those goals and actually track the progress of the goal. So many times, like, we have these goals, right? But we don't even know if we're on track to actually reach the goal until we actually reach it. So when you're creating these goals, you need to create like probably milestones, you know what I'm saying, before you actually reach the goal, so that you know you're on track. Like, okay, if I reach this, I know I'm on track. If I do this to reach that goal, I know I'm on track, right? But then you need to actually like view these goals quite often. And when I say often, I'm talking about like once a month, once a week. Okay. Like, don't let your goals scare you to the fact of it being that you don't even want to check them, right? Check those goals. Make sure you're in line with those goals. Make sure you are on track to reach those goals. So what's going to happen is the end of the year is going to come and you don't even know what the goal was, or you don't even know why you didn't reach the goal. But if you are reviewing those goals, you see like, okay, yeah, I need to start working on more tasks to reach the goal, right? Because you got to reach those goals. So you need to make sure you're tracking them. Next one is set daily goals, right? So it might not be always related to your big goal, but set a goal for the day, right? Like, okay, today my goal is to meditate. Today my goal is to just take 10 minutes to myself as a mom, right? Because as a mom, as a teacher, I'm always around little people, and sometimes it becomes overwhelming, right? So that might be a goal for me one day, you know, taking 10 minutes to myself. I don't want to be around no one. I don't want to be in no meetings, nothing. 10 minutes, right? So think of that. Like, what goal do you want to set for the day? What is your goal for tomorrow? What goal do you want to set for yourself as an individual tomorrow? So what I started doing, right, was practicing gratitude daily. So I didn't want to have like a whole, gratitude journal. So what I did was I created a planner insert, a daily planner insert, and I have a little section that says, today I am grateful for. Okay, so every day I practice gratitude. All I do is just put a little sentence right there. It ain't gotta be nothing dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, we making things too much sometimes. And then like midway through we stop because it was just too many steps. So I just had like a little thing right there that says, today I am grateful for. And I just write what I'm grateful for. That's it. So I feel like you can do that same thing. So let's say, for instance, you have a planner. On your monthly layout, you can write every day something that you're grateful for. One thing that you're grateful for on your monthly layout. Bam. there you go. Right? Like, look how easy that was. Or even on your weekly layout, one little section, you mark it off and you write down one thing you are grateful for. I feel like you should practice gratitude, because what happens is we just go through the motions of the day, right? We just going through the motions, and we don't take time to sit there and view things that we are actually grateful for. Like things that we are taking for granted. Like things that we are truly taking for granted. Another mom boss habit that you should start is your desire to learn. Okay? Like, I know a lot of people are not readers. Some people just don't like to read. It's okay. You have audiobooks. But let's say, for instance, you think that you don't have time for audiobooks. There are other ways to learn. Okay? Probably an informative YouTube channel or informative YouTube video. Not the entertainment YouTube, something that's actually teaching you something. So you need to learn something new often. Schedule time for you to learn information, okay? Even if it's you reading, schedule time to read, okay? So currently I read one fiction and one nonfiction book every month. That is the current goal of mine, and that is what I'm sticking with, which is one fiction, one nonfiction. So of course I'm learning something from the nonfiction, and then, just for entertainment, I read fiction, okay? So yet I am still reading, I'm still learning. And then for the most part, when it comes to YouTube, I'm mostly watch YouTube videos about something, learning about something. I don't really consume the entertainment side of YouTube. I don't have time. I just honestly don't have time for that. It kind of is what it is, you know what I mean? But yeah. So on the same note of watching YouTube videos, right? Think of how much hours per day you are actually consuming content. Think of it. All the different platforms that are out there. We have TikTok. We have Instagram. You have YouTube. You got Pinterest, right? All of these different platforms that allows you to consume information, that allows you to consume content. Guess what you have to do sometimes is sometimes you got to unplug. I think everyone should unplug daily, not just when you're asleep, okay? Not just when you are asleep. So let's say, for instance, you schedule like an hour, like just unplugging for an hour every day. Like, think of just the time that you would actually like look up and be like, oh, I'm really enjoying this day. I'm really enjoying my kids. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying that. By just unplugging. Because what happens is we get wrapped up in the rat race, or we get wrapped up in this hamster wheel of just consuming all of this information. And mind you, half the time some of the information not even good information. Half the time the information not even true information. Half the time the information is not what you actually need in your life at that point in time. So, and then we have to unplug. Like, it is what it is. We got to unplug. We got to step back, right? We have to view things differently. So sometimes I understand a lot of people do work from their phone, especially if you're a content creator. But on the same note, even if you're a content creator, you still should unplug at times. I feel like no one should spend pretty much their whole day on a platform, right? No reason a person should spend their whole day on a platform. Let me tell y'all what I did. Let me tell y'all. One day I checked, you know how on Sundays, iPhone sends you the message of how much like time you spent on the phone. One time I got so embarrassed, right? I got so embarrassed. I was like, nah, I can't be spending this much time on these apps, right? So I was like, okay, I need to do something, because this ain't it. I can't be spending this much time on these platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have things I have to accomplish, and by me scrolling, by me liking, by me commenting, by me just doing all the things, I'm like, I'm on my phone too much. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's a bit too much. And I'm gonna tell you, that iPhone notification that come through on Sunday will humble you real quick. First of all, last Sunday, it told me that my usage rate was down 5%, and I told everybody. I told everybody. Why was I so hype about that? I'm just saying, like, I was like really hype about that. Okay. But I wanted to get down even further than that. Like, I went it down further than that because I really do spend too much time on social media. Like, sometimes I'm on there, especially TikTok, right? Let me tell you how TikTok gets you. Let me tell you. It be those people that have different parts to their story. And you find the first part. Next thing you know, you are on part 50 of this doggone story. Tell me I'm not the only one. Ain't no way I'm the only one to be watching all these people's stories. Like, so it'll be like part 1, right, of the situation. Then part 2 of the situation. Part 3. And then next thing I look up, I'm like, oh, nah. It done turned dark outside. That happened. Like, this one girl, she was looking for her dad. Y'all see how I'm vested. I'm really vested. So this one girl, she was looking for her dad, right? And she found a guy that could be her dad. Mind you, she couldn't find out that was really her dad. But the way how she figured out her dad wasn't really her dad, this is too much, was because she don't like none of her siblings. And yeah, and her mama had passed. So she found a guy that could have been her dad. So she reached out to one of the guy's kids, and the guy's kids was like, lady, F you, and don't reach out to me or my family. But then after some time passed and she did a little bit more research, right, she realized that guy was really, that guy really might be her dad. So she reached out again. And mind you, she did one of them like Ancestry.com things and realized like her and her siblings don't share the same dad. It was crazy. Mind you, see how vested I am in this? That's how I was that day watching all of her different parts. It was just so much. But anyway, you gotta unplug, man. Or else you're gonna be like me and being able to tell you these people's stories. So unplug, okay? Unplug. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, what I would like for you to do is leave a review about this channel, all right? I want to get more listeners out there because, like, I like my podcast, but I just want more people to hear me. I want more people. I want to reach more people. I want to reach more moms out there, right, that is currently struggling, trying to manage it all. And all they need is a homegirl or somebody they can listen to, all right? So thanks for listening, and I will catch you later. Bye.